5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 3, 2, 1, go. Go.
I'm gonna have a migraine, I'm sure.
2, 1, go. Ordinarily you see me in my OTF uniform speaking right now, but it was cold out there. After the talk with the after ride talk with the women's squad, I just came right on in, took a shower, ate, got dressed, got warm, and then come out here to talk to you guys. So recall yesterday, I was worried about how my body would be for today's ride. So I made sure I went on the easier side of endurance. I cut my mileage down to just under 40 miles. I stayed in the small ring and then just spun and stayed consistent on flat land for about 2.25 hours. And that seemed to work out well. I felt pretty fresh today. Unfortunately, things did not go as planned. So the plan was that we'd have the women's squad go about 30 to 45 minutes ahead of us. Then the men's squad would go, and we would meet up at the end of the loop, and we would do a time trial back in at a certain point, and then roll on in back to the house and call it a day. There was no men's squad, and for valid reasons. There were family reasons that came up. There were one guy who had to work, and actually there were 2 injuries. So, I rode with the women, and although it wasn't intense like I expected it on that first section for the first set of workouts, it was good steady riding, and so that worked out well for me. I did get the workout at the end that I'll talk about in a second. So the first part was once we got off of 145 and we're on remote roads, that's where we went into pace line, and we did about 30-second poles for about, I'd say, 75 minutes. And this wasn't on an easy course, as I was alluding to before. This was, we had some flats, we had small climbs, we had low-grade climbs, we had a couple of sharp, steep climbs. Then we get to the end of the loop. That's where we turn, originally it connects to turn off to go to Hensley. And then from there back to Road 33, we do a time trial. And then so you saw the girls taking off during the video on the time trial. Then William went and then I went. And so it seemed like I chose a good start order because we all pretty much finished close together toward the end. So that time trial was about 18 plus minutes for me. The women ranged from, let's say, 20 to 22 minutes. And that was a good workout. This was all for that big ring enhancement. I averaged for that time about 276 watts for the 18 minutes. Since most of it was on a slight downhill and flat, and since it was the 4th day, I'm happy enough with that. After that, we rolled on in and had our quick meeting, and then into the house I went. So, day 4 is in the books. What's going to happen now is I'm going to be off the bike for a few days. I actually have a 3-day block coming up with the SLOLSD ride from Friday through Sunday. So this is going to be San Luis Obispo. It's an open team camp. I think they have about 150 registered so far. This is all going to be LSD type of riding, long, slow distance. This is the last episode. And I'm looking to do maybe an episode or at least a video at the LSD ride. Thanks for watching. Again, as always, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. Go over to YouTube, subscribe. That's it. Until the next time, Yasus.